My name is Leann Ogasaware, and I manage the Canonical Kernel team. The following is a 1404 status update for the kernel. Significant 1404 highlights which have been completed to date are as follows. First, we have recently uploaded a 3.13 based kernel to Trusty. We also communicated our intentions to converge on a 3.13 kernel to upstream in hopes that we could collaborate on the next blessed upstream stable tree. Unfortunately, it appears that we are not going to be able to align, but will volunteer picking up ownership for extended stable support of the 3.13 kernel. We have also prepared to introduce the 3.11 SASE hardware enablement kernel back into Precise for the 12.04.4 point release in February. This has included applying hundreds of stable patches, pulling in bug fixes, pulling in security updates, and numerous rounds of QA and regression testing. We also coordinated DKMS package testing and contributed DKMS package fixes. On the hardware enablement front, we have brought up kernel support for the new Nexus 7 tablet, and we also uploaded this to our Canonical Kernel Team PPA for preliminary testing. We've also completed a handful of additional hardware enablement tasks for various hardware vendors. Another major focus for our team this cycle has been on benchmarking and testing for the 1404 kernel. We've done an extensive amount of file system testing with the IOZone test suite against ext2, 3, 4, XFS, and ButterFS. In addition to that, we've also got the health check utility almost fully integrated into the CI smoke testing dashboard. We're also conducting some NVMe SSD benchmarking and analysis, as well as performing some memory usage analysis with config IMA enabled. We've decided that it is now safe to enable config IMA based on these testing results. We've also done some SSD and trim support testing and determined that disk card in some cases has serious performance regressions and is also less power efficient compared to periodic runs of FS trim. We are also continuing with power measurement testing for the desktop, server, and mobile platforms, and have also done some thermal daemon testing and integrated the ThermalD package into both Debian and Ubuntu Universe. We still have a handful of items to complete before the 1404 release. One of our plans is to look at how we can replicate OpenStack cloud environments to test our latest kernels and also provide testing feedback for technologies like Mass and Juju. Also, with regards to testing, this is a great opportunity to remind everyone that the 3.13 based Trusty kernel will be introduced back into Precise as a hardware enablement kernel. This is a major focus for our team to ensure that we have proper 1404 GA testing as well as 1404 kernel testing back into Precise. Another ongoing work item for 1404 is continuing our coordination with the CI team to integrate test tools and utilities such as health check, event stat, power stat, and memstat, and make sure that we have continuous successful test runs of these so that we can take advantage of these results as we move forward. Hardware enablement is of course a huge component of what the kernel team tries to provide, and we will continue to actively engage with hardware vendors to make sure appropriate patches have been integrated and incorporated within our 1404 kernel. Lastly, a new topic which we are wanting to explore with the Foundations and Release team is the possibility of providing a 5th point release for the LTS. That would be a 1204.5 and a 1404.5 point release. We've recognized that the 1204.4 point release will eventually contain an unsupported hardware enablement stack, and from our perspective this seems inappropriate considering this is going to be the final point release for Precise that users are going to be directed to. So we want to raise the discussion point of including a 5th point release that will include a hardware enablement stack that is going to receive support for the full duration of the LTS release. And that has been the 1404 kernel mid-cycle update. Thank you.